steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
On first down, right back to Hall. To the 43, second down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They run it with Hall off the option. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Right. 13 yards remaining on second down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Hurts. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Breece Hall, 37 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it brings up 35 now. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us.
Oh, his first throw of his playoff matchup is intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who bricks it. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Andrew Booth getting sent in on the corner blitz and getting home.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
King, Phil King, Phil King.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man, the tight end Henry. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
Good for Eagles. 1st and goal at the 9.
Here's Hurts to throw. Completes it to the fullback hand. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
73.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. The kick by Elliott is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Whoa! It still won't go down. Past midfield, look out. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, it's 9-0. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kincaid. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Chandler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw on 3rd down, Kincaid. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Let's go. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run it with Chandler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Silver.
He'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He may go. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, 67 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott now to add the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the 1st half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Looking to throw on second down. Kincaid. He finds his man complete. That's Chandler. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, Kincaid. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So, Charles, you look at this off, and I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Kincaid.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Looking to throw. Kincaid. He finds his man. Complete. It's Chandler. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Kincaid.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will cut the lead down to 15.
Vikings 7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll set up a throw.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
They'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he's in for the Eagles touchdown.
Breece Hall
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
A final shot before break. Kincaid. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's Chandler. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
All again on 2nd down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
This 2nd and 4.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Breece Hall
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Elliott on for the extra point. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott now to kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw on 3rd down, Kincaid. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
They'll run with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He lets one go deep for Addison. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a... He was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. Stop made there by Brian Asamoah. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
No touch that. Crowd left, Yanni. No touch.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about. But as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Elliott. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. A give to Elliott running left. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Here we go, here we go.
And the Eagles season will continue at least 1 more week. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.
Charles Davis and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gault. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.